is just big box seats.
Oh. Yeah, wait, yeah, no, it's the big square.
Yeah, no, it the big square. Dynamo opener having a small and that's an okay starting hand. I think ideally you'd like to have a few of your larger cards. What did
like Dynamo is great, but yeah, there's a risk where he's gonna quickly start running out of space.
Yeah, I just saw something. I don't think RoseDragon has a single card above 13 size in their deck.
Oh. That's an interesting strategy. We're gonna have to see how that pans out here.
It's an interesting strategy. It looks like their deck's curve was. It looks like it's all medium big sizes. That's a really interesting strategy that I haven't seen before. Additionally,
open stage.
Yeah, I don't think that Explosher is gonna actually stop N from taking the top left side of the stage. However, it will, because Rose's cards are all not small, but they're smaller than the other
Okay, it looks like there was an error.
Oh, what happened? Was it a wrong deck? A wrong
Let's see.
deck or something?
Are they gonna just back in? What could be going on? That was... I'm curious. I'm very curious. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it looks like there was a misclick. So...
They misclicked their captain. I was gonna say, I thought that looked like a pretty unusual captain spot. Not really optimal.
Okay, so it looks like they have they're going to do a redo? Or did he just outright surrender the first point? I'm not experienced enough in this to know exactly what happened.
Yeah, we're waiting on them in the Battlefy chat to actually figure out what's happening. Huh.
Yeah, no, that was a very confusing moment. Yeah, we're gonna mark that as a loss.
Unfortunate. That was just a really bad misclick. I think N totally could have continued the game.
That wasn't an immediate loss of a game, but I will respect the decision.
Yeah. Alrighty then, RoseDragon striking X marks because that stage is RNG bullshit.
But yeah, no, like I understand the reasoning. It is frustrating and a little saddening when you're like, oh, I accidentally put it in the wrong spot. But I mean, I don't. It doesn't pay off because you just immediately lost a point. Like, you don't want to just surrender a point like that.
Just taking the immediate run back. This time Rose gets a significantly better hand. Like, this is actually, considering that he had a Dynamo moment. Considering how their deck functions, this looks to be a really, really good hand for them.
Yeah, no, this is going to be able to apply a lot of strong pressure. And we'll be able to break it through pretty easily with any big card. But, ooh, actually going to pierce through with a heavy Splatling. But we do get immediately see a special come in for BR.
Yeah, the Moz is... See, usually you want to use Moz to poke in along walls, and then hopefully set up for a Scrapper or Octostamp combo.
This seems like a little bit better of a position, just like, I think the idea is having these more medium-sized cards is just like, break through, cause chaos, and then he's gonna be able to fill in his spots wherever he wants from there.
Yeah, I think another idea behind it is that if you can consistently win your clashes, then you're gonna be able to uh, maintain a higher score throughout the entire battle, and you'll have an advantage in that end game.
Indeed.
All right. All right. This Hydra is really tricky because a 13 size is likely to lose a clash, and so you really just want to figure out where's my opponent not going.
Indeed. It's just an awkward shape too, especially with the tip. Just like, where are you trying to put that? Like, what can you do with a weapon like that?
Yeah, it's really awkward at some points, but I think especially in the opening when you're trying to play aggressive, it becomes really solid because that tip being right at the end makes it an excellent offensive card, and having the curve allows you to both defend and have a really strong offensive special block and just a strong offensive push at the same time, and I think that's really powerful.
I see.
It's one of the, well, past the fact that it's RoseDragon's mains, it's a really strong card. I think RoseDragon uses it in almost all of their decks. Ooh, Clash winning, a special point for both of them. That's really strong. I think RoseDragon came out, or no, I think N came out of that with more points.
As it currently stands, BlackRoseDragon in the lead by a very minuscule 4 points.
Yeah, this is really still anyone's game. I think if someone were having an advantage, it would be N here, because N has that bottom left corner blocked off to themselves, and they also have a lot of special points that are really easy to activate.
Yeah. And a lot of very flexible cards, a lot of easy to activate spots. And it's, like, aside from that one spot on one of the ends, there's not really good locations for N right now to start stealing. That definitely does help out a little bit.
Yeah, we're seeing the power of RoseDragon. The other concept behind their deck is their Moz and Griller combos, because they have the classic Griller Moz setup, but they also have backups for both of those cards, where if you play Griller in a position to be activated by Moz and you don't end up getting Moz, you can play Splat Roller to activate it early, and you can do the same with Octostamp inside of Moz. And it's just really built around that synergy. I know they have multiple decks and multiple maps that take advantage of it, and it's really strong.
Alright, we are on the final 3 turns. We are 5-point disadvantage, but 2 more special, and a lot of good cards that can combo into each other. Like, this could be a very real chance for them to get, for him to get like a triple chain of like attacks. Like a perfect sweep of specials. A special sweep.
Yeah,
2 there, which means that it's technically only costing 1 to do this. Does grant a special to end there.
Ooh, this is an iffy endgame. Oh, thankfully, because of the Stringer and Hydra setup that they have earlier, as long as Rose can get 3 special off of that Explosher, which they should be able to do easily, they are going to be able to play all 3 specials. That's insane.
The question is, the way that I see things are being set up, is it worth it? Because it's like, they're not gaining many points off of this setup. And you can see VR is trying his hardest to find a way to like get some actual value out of this.
The thing is, Even if you aren't getting many points, you're still going to be getting some points, which is better than passing. And in addition, this is the biggest clump of area that Rose has. There's a real chance that they could win a clash here. Unfortunately, that doesn't end up happening. With a 9-point lead, it looks like will go on to take the game.
Yeah.
However, if did decide to play into that area and they lost the clash, I think there's a very real possibility that Rose would have won the game off.
That is a fair point. That is a fair point. I think we'll try to find one more spot. I don't think we're gonna find it. I especially with N having 4 special, like there's plenty of room for them to be able to do things.
Yeah, 9 points up in an end game is, with them both having at least 3 specials, almost always an instant loss.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, no, like BR had some really good openings here and some follow-ups, just I guess the smaller cards ultimately and not really getting a good chance to break through on any situation or like block just cost him that round.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Again, I really think RoseDragon's deck, the way it's structured, looks like it's set up to win clashes, and unfortunately there just weren't many clashes that round, aside from the final special at the end.
Now, the tough part about like making a deck around clashes is you gotta make the reads.
Yeah.
And if you cannot make reliable reads, then you're up the creek.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Yep. Get to see what map we're heading into this time. Looks like we're going to be seeing Lakefront. This is one of RoseDragon's favorite maps. It's no surprise that they're counterpicking here.
It's such a fun map. Like, the square at the middle feels like it can be a little restricting, but it just means, like, there's a lot of ways for you to break it and be aggressive, but you can also, like, it just lets you do everything, but in, like, a comfy way.
That's fair. There's a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions on it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the map, but
well, we can't be friends then.
Oh, well, fine, alright, see ya. I'm done commentating, I guess.
Bans from the Discord server I don't own. Ooh, good block!
Ooh. That is a good block, however, that is a really powerful special point to have. Both the special off of at the end game, you're going to be able to get right into yellow territory off of it.
Ooh, yeah.
But in addition, you're very easily going to be able to activate it. So I would actually argue that that's a good clash for Rose.
Yeah, no, that was an excellent clash for Rose. Not only did he block N's attack, but like now he has an optimal position. And another, like, he's, like, N is still in his area. I feel like a little bit more safe or defensive of a play would have been good, but it was definitely a good block there. We are going to go for something a little more aggressive, but we're going to get the special off of this too.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I am noticing is that Hero Shot in the bottom right corner can activate 2 special, but I'm not quite sure. I think Rose has plans for the Hero Shot, it looks like. I see that set up, but
would be a really good
you could do that into the Tri-Slosher, assuming nothing else is played here.
Yeah, this could be a good defense. But the Steel Eel steals the special!
The block! That is a really unfortunate I would even say that, like, changes who has the advantage in this game.
Yeah, no.
That is huge. It makes me wonder, I think that might have even been an intentional read, given that's kind of a very obvious Hero Shot spot, and Hero Shot is a very, very strong card on this map. Another winning clash! Things have gone very, very downhill for Rose very quickly.
Look, I know this isn't the time for puns, but I can see now why it's called Steel Eel. I understand now.
Yeah, Steel's an awesome card.
I could see like a potentially good setup here for BR to get the Little Judge Steel Eel and like get a good chain of things to essentially give the specials he might be looking for. But it feels like it might be just too awkward of a fit. This is definitely a safe play, but we've just got that thin strip at the bottom.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. There's no real good way to get those. That's also a very interesting little jug placement from N. I think the logic might be to use Octostamp or something in a little bit.
But yeah, going back to that Steel Eel is like, we were just talking about how that blue piece above is going to be really good for like breaking through and stealing at the end. But we've got like lots of good special blocks kind of blocking the way. Where that Steel Eel, look at that space. There is just room for an optimal setup. And there's nothing BR can do about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Would also like to know something that BRD is doing here is this off of the Hydra special block, and now that Tri-Slosher special block is setting up for the same kind of combo that we saw at the end of the last game, where they're gonna be able to get 3 special points off of a single attack, very, very easily. This endgame, in terms of special points and positioning, I think it's looking good for RoseDragon, but in terms of points, raw points, it's looking kind of rough.
I feel like that Octostamp is a little too safe for BR. He needs to be pushing for points right now.
I think I definitely agree with that.
Off of that, he needs to be a little more proactive, considering...
Yeah, actually, we are seeing that Rose is running double 312, and they already have 6 special, meaning that those cool setups don't actually matter that much because they already have all the special they need. And I think their lack of running really big cards is actually going to be kind of rough. If they had a fly or something that they could get 3 special points off of, that would have been absolutely huge for them. But unfortunately, again, down 11 points in the end game, it's not going to be winnable.
Now, like, and that first round you just gave it was like, I had planned things out. Like, I'm gonna say I'm still against the notion of what N did there because it just didn't feel like a smart move long term. But N, from what it seems like, plans things out so far that like made that one misplay at the start and is like, yeah, I'll just win everything else. Else.
Yeah. And it is a very, very... Both of these guys are very, very skilled players. They have their whole game plan planned out after playing so many times. Alright.
So where to next? I do want to see... Okay, looks like we're going to River.
River Drift. This honestly is a map that to my knowledge, I didn't think RoseDragon liked going here. It's a somewhat RNG heavy map, where you're really reliant on getting your base combos off, which if it doesn't go your way, you're very much in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that big one that's about like defense. Like, it's really easy to block your opponent off.
Very easy. It's not quite able to be done in one turn, but it's by second turn, 90% of games are completely blocked off.
It's just hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. Ooh, I don't think I agree with Monmouth here. That's likely to lose a clash. I think if you're gonna try to poke up like this, you really want to use that splat charger you have. Your name into special point isn't even that good because it's likely to be blocked.
Oh, okay.
Does make
we've
it through
got
the
an
Captain
interesting
Clash.
river.
The first one ever. Unfortunately, I feel like there's only one real good spot for this. Yeah, I think I disagree with that special point placement. I especially disagree with that Rapid Blaster block off. I do think that N predicted the that RoseDragon would go to block off their own base.
But now N is up in their grill. Or, no, VR's up in their grill. And we got a Hydra just gonna just chomp off a chunk.
Yeah, small fry, what?
Does N have like a bad hand right now?
I would assume it's a combination of a bad hand, and I think N is keeps making incorrect predictions. I think again N predicted that RoseDragon was gonna go try to block off win a clash, so they played a small card trying to sneak through.
Ooh, that's a good block.
But from the looks of it, they don't have a good hand.
Yeah. The other thing too is that position, that small fray might have been the only thing that could start piercing. Just because of those, like, that small line of 3 blue blocks was just, like, hampering.
Yeah, it looks like N is starting to get some of his big cards back. But he's down on points, he's down on positioning, and after this Doctor save, he's gonna be down on special as well. This is not looking good for him at all.
Yeah, this was a phenomenal game from BlackRoseDragon, just coming in. We questioned that Monmouth. I was with you. I'm like, I don't know, and then it worked. Like, not only was the attempt at pushing through on N's part.
Oh my god!
Oh! This is bullying! Don't do it!
Beautiful!
No! VR, that's bullying! We do no bullying!
That is a beautiful ball point.
Okay. You know what? Deserved.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, N has a lot of special coming into final 3 turns. Oh! What?
I see their base combo. This is what River's all about. You don't see their base combo coming until they play one card and get 15 specials off of it.
Oh, he wants that so bad. I don't
unfortunately, not many super
like
great spots. But I think Rose is in such a good spot that even an inoptimal special attack is going to be more than enough to win.
I want to see that gnarly Eddie fit in there somehow. It would be so delicious. Come on, find a spot. Okay, we're good. That's you know that's pretty safe too. We can respect that.
Yeah, Rose has
out of it.
Yeah, Rose has the special points to play any card they want for the rest of the game. This is really a question of optimizing points. As long as they're getting more than, as long as they're getting enough points off of this.
Ooh.
Okay, this is close.
They just need a perfect. They have to find a perfect, or there's a chance.
Which actually, oh, they have a close to perfect. Yeah, that close to perfect at the bottom. Assuming that's their best option, which I don't see anything else. If they play that, they have a guaranteed draw.
Yeah, the worst they get is a draw in that situation, and it's gonna be fun to try to find something better. I think, yeah, we're just gonna have to gun it. For this.
I will be real. I don't see any possibility that N gets a perfect here. They just have too many yellow blocks in between them and between N special blocks and Rose's base.
It's so crazy though, like even after such a strong start, like N's almost brought it back.
And almost did bring it back. It was a very, very close game.
But that just means that Unless this is a literal... There's no perfect spot for that. That means we go to a game 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was no perfect for and on that situation. Really well done from Black Rose.
Great. Alrighty, it's all up to this final map. It should be N's choice.
It is.
We're
not going back to River. We're not going back to River.
Well, I mean, N did get pretty bad cards there, and we saw them go back with the vengeful square pick right at the beginning after they misplayed. They wanted to go back. So if they really feel like they got screwed over by RNG, they could be vengeful and try to go back again.
To River?
It is... Yeah, back to River.
That's fair.
I feel it's really up to the end. They're taking a long time to decide on this because it really does... This last game is everything on the line.
It's a tough choice.
Alright, we have our map picked.
Oh
They're
my
gonna be
goodness.
going off to box seats.
No. Oh no.
This is just small square squared. Let's see it.
Bean squared.
Alright. So it was a very interesting pick. The box seats meta is still very unexplored.
It has not been optimized.
Yeah, ooh, kind of a rough starting hand. Those are all mid-game cards. Mid-game or end-game, because 3 costs are really helpful in end-game.
Okay, there's a good opening.
There's a good opening, but you have no good follow-ups. Is the problem here.
This is when you start playing by the heart of the cards. You start yelling heart of the cards.
That is absolutely a RoseDragon thing to do.
I mean, I see a couple, like, they're not perfect, but I see a couple of things that can be done to start comboing off of this and working off of it. And then also, heart of the cards is always an option where you just top deck something.
It's always the best option.
Why is it called top decking? Heart of the cards is so much more fun. Oh, the Octo Disco
opener. Octo Disco, very funny opener. Have not seen it in a long time since everybody memed it.
I mean, that card reeks of memery. I understand. I'm not even that experienced still, and I still look at it, I'm like, yeah, no, this thing reeks of meme.
Yeah. No, it is actually really effective here. It really did section off the entire map.
It did.
Because when this map is this small, it really can't do anything.
It's a mini lakefront now!
It is box seats on a lake.
Rose should be popping off. We got the box river lake. This is pond side.
Yeah, can we start a new format where they just gentlemen to both play Octo Disco in the middle of the map before it? Create a brand new map. I feel like
my goodness.
That should become an actual format.
I second this.
Ignoring the memes for a second, it does really look like
Nice block.
It's a good block. But I am very worried for Rose. That entire top section of the map is N's control, whereas the bottom is very 50-50 on who it goes to, and is completely free to play into the bottom and then play in the top when the time comes. And doesn't know this, but Rose doesn't have any super long cards to be able to get through there, so...
We do have the piece at the top right. That is an option. And there is room for this Octo Stamp right there, which is going to be critical.
Yeah. Wait. Rose has a very big issue here. Those two special blocks in bottom middle of the map are completely impossible to be activated. Like Rose just doesn't have a card in her deck that they can special to get in there.
Yeah, no, those clashes shut down a lot of his options.
On box seats, that's really unfortunate. Granted, N is also in a rough situation because of that. However, if they have a T-Tech or something that they can special through and just activate that left or that right block, then that's gonna be an insane advantage for N.
Oh yeah, we're breaking already.
Oh, Octopod works!
Oh!
Okay, they've been freed. Yeah, that was probably a good play for N.
Ultimately a good play. A little scary. It does give BR some more room, but like, yeah, the points are so close at this point.
Yeah, Rose absolutely has the cards to just special has the points to special for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a matter of points.
I would really want to step into that square on the top left to prevent N from getting an Octo Stamper there. Granted, the Octo Stamper would outflash, so it's kind of like I would rather wait.
I could be misremembering, but I feel like Octo Stamp was played already.
I saw
no,
BR play in Octo Stamp, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think N has yet.
Yeah, regardless, at this point in the game, I don't think they're going to be playing for special points because with just 3 turns left, they both have 5 and 6 specials on the board. You absolutely want to just play as fast as you can.
You want to grab as much as you can possibly find on the field.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Rose cannot find anything right now. No real great spots to play anything. Even the sloshing machine it's only a 4-point special or 8-point special.
That's awful.
It's not awful. It's very functional. It's like playing a perfect special auto dog, which is still not great, but it does keep them at 3. That's Small Fry is yet to be drawn, correct? In Rose's deck. Rose.
Yes.
I need to see the last card. I don't know if Rose runs a 312. Specifically Inkvac, which is by far the best 312 on this map. Final turn to Small Fry is really unfortunate. Rose is gonna have to go all in, getting as many points out of the special attack, and then use their final turn specialing Small Fry, which is really not a great position to be in. This is looking very rough for Rose.
Yeah. I'm amazed that top left corner has just been like completely untouched this entire time.
Yeah, and really is no reason to go up there now because they have other options that can score them more points.
This just feels so awkward. I don't like it. But like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, that's really nothing.
Oh, that's way better.
That's a better option. Scoring the 1 point that they needed.
Alright.
Alright.
We've got
one
the
Small Fry against the world.
And we've got a...
I
don't
think it matters. Yeah, they had a perfect little Judd. That will be game 5 going to end, meaning he takes the set. Congratulations.
Excellent games from both players. Really exciting to watch. That was...
Yeah, that was an amazing set.